Hi. Hello. Hey. Hey, people. Hi. Welcome back to the pod. My name is Lilac, and welcome to Never Ending Ebas with the Ebas. Never ends. Welcome back to the pod. Today we're doing something different. I mean, not so different. We've already done this literally one other time. But we're doing something different in a sense that at least for that time, I sort of had to prepare. I had a little bit of notes. I was just like, here's my intro, here's the shit I'll be saying today. Today is full on improv. Today is, I feel like then I had an intro written out for this, which is our typical intro on here, which is I'm gonna talk about whatever the fuck happened during the week, and then we get into the EBAs. But I feel like this is one of those like, okay, this is a one-off type episode. Na parang if I talked about my day or who fucking cares? Hindi naman sa who fucking cares. But I'm just saying na it's so it'll be a little more disconnected from the pod. I'll just save that for when we have a normal episode again. Gets. I hope gets. Because if you're here, welcome. You're probably seeing the title. Welcome. We're doing another reading episode today. This is the least prepared I've been in a while. If you guys have noticed, like I'm usually like super prepared. I'm not even like kidding you. The notes I have for the pod usually they're pretty hefty. I'm not even like I think I've gotten crazy. Let's say like at least for the first 4 or 5 episodes, there was a bit of notes. I was getting the hang of how I was gonna do this podcast. Recently, you've been watching the last few episodes. I've been going off. I'm like, okay, here's structure. Here's the beginning of my ebas, the middle of my ebas, and like more of the story. It gets bad. Like there is pretty good structure for how this podcast is like made or like talked about normally. But since we're getting into like news, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna prepare shit today. We're gonna raw dog. We're gonna like go in here and like whatever the fuck happens. I am gonna come on here, black out, not remember shit, and then come back to just be like, I said that. Who said that? Anyways, welcome to the pod and welcome to another reading episode. Okay. Context for this: I did a reading horror stories last time, and what I did was so that I wasn't gonna be spoiled. I got my friends to pick out their favorite like mga internet horror stories, or at least horror stories that they've encountered on the internet. They're like, oh, I remember this. This was fun, and then they made me read it, and then that was good. That went pretty fun. I would think so. Today, I picked them, but I did not. I blind picked them. I just looked at the title and was like, you know what? Okay ka na te. Let's go. And okay, my credentials, kasi that's what we do on here. Our credentials for this episode, the YouTube recap just came out. And do you guys want to know what my number one podcast is? At least for YouTube. Because I also play my podcasts on Spotify. My number one podcast on YouTube is Smosh Reddit Stories. Listen. I've been on my Smosh kick lately. I've been obsessed with Smosh lately. I mean, I feel like feeling ko din like natural trajectory of things. I've been like my boyfriend introduced me to Dropout, got really into Dropout, and then slowly branching out to like I've also been like into mythical because I'm like I love I told y'all I love food show stuff, food related like YouTube videos. And then I've started veering towards since there's been so much like cross cross country whatever towards these channels, and I'm like I love these people, and then I got into this much, and I'm now fully in the thick of it. And then Smosh Reddit Stories. Feeling ko din kasi okay, my work, expose. Hindi naman, I mentioned it here last time, I do graphic design for work. So, I do have the privilege of being able to watch something while working on something. It's like, it's a lot of like technical stuff, so I could kind of just like brain off and then watch something while doing something, or listen to something rather. So, my recent thing, not my recent, I think pretty like a few months back, was while I'm working, I'm listening to Reddit stories. And while cleaning, I've been listening to Reddit stories. So I now have like two like pretty hefty activities to be doing while listening to Reddit stories. So I've been on that kick lately, and I'm like, you know what? I need to bring that to the podcast. Again, this is never ending Ebas with the Ebas never ends, and the Ebas, like whatever the Ebas being the core of this podcast, meaning whatever the fuck goes on in this podcast, like it's a variety show as a podcast. We're just talking, we're just non-stop Ebas. Or I would like to say as never-ending Ebas. Right, right. Anyways, for those who have read the title, who are seeing the title right now, I am going into uncharted territory for the Smosh people at least, which is I'm on the subreddit or ako ba yung gago, which is the Filipino equivalent of or am I the asshole? Okay, so we're reading a bunch of our ako ba yung gago subreddit stories. Okay, context again for those who don't know, which is or am I the asshole is a subreddit where people sort of like they're dropping moral dilemmas on you. It's kind of like a situation happened to them. For example, oh, me and my friend shared mozzarella sticks or whatever. Tapos, napadami ako ng kain. Tapos, nagalit siya. Tapos ako, ito yung reaction ko sa ganon. Am I the asshole? Parang ganon. It's essentially parang like, this is, you're getting netizen juried on your situation. And also, I feel like a lot of people come on here to be like, I just need a little more clarity. Because I'm like, I clearly did not think whatever happened within this situation that I was in the wrong, but I'm now starting to feel like I might be. People of the internet, am I wrong? Am I the asshole? So we are going into the Pinoy version of it. I have a few stories today. I don't know how long this is gonna run, so this might be either the shortest episode we've ever had or the longest episode we've also ever had. But I don't think so. I feel like we're just gonna hit the mark as usual. If this is just 30 minutes, there you go. That's all you're getting today, I guess. But also at the same time, you know what? Yeah, we're figuring out our shit. Okay. Let's introduce the ganap on the subreddit first. Let's read the rules. R/ako ba yung gago rules. Okay. I'm just gonna skip on the stuff that, for example, people are saying now if you're gonna format it the way that the English subreddit does it. So just like there's a title, here's the story, and then you end with the parang ganon. Ako ba yung gago? So generally most posts are formatted the same way. And I would assume na parang like they get approved if it's like, okay, can you fix it or whatever. Okay. And then there is a comment section format. So people will reply onto the posts with okay, GGK, which means gago ka. Sagot sa post kung feeling mo kagaguhan yung ginawa ni OP. Okay. There's DKG, di ka gago. Sagot sa post kung nasa tama si OP. Okay. WG, walang gago. Di lang talaga kayo nagkaintindihan, baka pwede pa pag-usapan. Okay. LKG, lahat kayo gago. Gabi naman, yarch! walang tama sa inyo, puro kayo pabigat sa mga magulang ninyo. I'm alright. Oh, they got, okay. Ako ba yung gago of rules? They got jokes. Ay, sorry. Info, nakakalito ba ang story ni OP? Comment your question. Answers to this question should also have info typed on it. I guess this is for like, for example, the story is a little short or there are clearly like missing parts of the story. So parang you want a little more context to be like, oh, info. What about, or you missed out this part, or like, oh, you just want extra context essentially. So yeah, no doxing, witch hunt, profile linking, I guess. Be respectful and mindful. Ipaliwanag ng marespeto at ng maayos kung bakit gago o di gago si OP. Wag mangbarda na wala sa lugar. OP means the person who wrote it. OP, if binabarda ka masyado na wala na sa lugar, wag na sagutin and i-report na lang agad sa mods. Yep, period. Oh, okay. No porn. Remember the purpose of this subreddit. r/ako ba yung gago, hindi r/ako ba yung horny. Okay, ako ba yung gago? You have your jokes. I see you. Nagkagulat lang ako kasi parang that's formatted so like, okay, here are the rules, you guys. And then like, they have a little jokey joke on them. Okay, see you. Okay. Tawan-tawan naman ako doon. Okay. Ayan, there are no classified ads or spams. Let us do our best to not be toxic. This is not a dating subreddit. Tag posts, especially not safe for work posts. Okay. Anyways, so that is our introduction for r/ako ba yung gago. And should we get on it? Are you guys excited? Okay. If I grabe namang laway yon. If we end up like loving the fuck out of this format, we're going back on here. But for now, this is a test run because we did the horror stories last time. I feel like this would also be fun. Well, also the same. I like my thing lang as I'm alone here. I mean, as every single episode of this damn podcast has been. But you know what? Okay lang naman. Yeah, we'll see. Okay? Are you guys ready? Story number 1. Ako ba yung gago if nag-no ako agad? Alright. Okay. For context, I, F28, female 28, visit my parents who live abroad every Christmas and alam to ng relatives ko. They have this notion na because nag-out of the country ako yearly, sobrang yaman ko na. Tumawag yung tito ko out of nowhere. Hindi kami close. And nag-ask siya if pupunta ba daw ako sa mama ko and sabi ko naman, yes. So sabi niya, pag uwi ko, bilhan ko daw si Pinsan 1 ng sapatos tas si Pinsan 2 ng Apple Watch. Ang taray! Oh, sorry. Ang ingay. Okay. Hold on. Ako naman, kala ko mga pasabay. Like, pasabay na may boy. Basta magpapasabay silang pabili. Akala ko mga pasabay, yung sinabi niya, which I don't mind. So I said, sige tito, that's more or less 40K. I-text ko lang yung Gcash ko. Pag sabi nun, sabi niya, ha? Bakit ako magbabayad? Christmas gift mo yung sa mga pinsan mo. Di na nga ako naghingi para di ka mamamahalan. Excuse me? Obviously, nawindang ako at sabi ko, no, di ko bibilhin yung mga yan. Nagulat sa sobrang gulat. Sabi niya, no! Okay, alright. No, di ko bibilhin yung mga yan. And I turned off the call. Oy, period. Ngayon, tong tito na ito is putting me on blast sa angkan group chat namin. Ako ba yung gago? Wow! Excuse me. Listen. I feel like I don't know. Do people I feeling ko din na I just don't have, or at least in my situation, I don't have people in my life who are that entitled. Or at least if I've encountered people in my life who are that entitled, they're not in that close of a vicinity of me for it to be a problem. Ang ano talaga, parang, what? Bakit ako magbabayad? Christmas gift mo yung sa mga pinsa. Di na nga ako nag-gift card, di ko mamahalan. Na para bang thankful pa ako. Thank you, Tito, ah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Do people, what? Okay, sorry. I'm also just like, I'm reeling in from this story. My personal verdict, you're not the asshole. Personal verdict, what's ano? Di ka gago. Parang tanga tong tito mo. Okay, let's read the replies. Okay. This was like a while back. This was like 1 year ago. Di ka gago. Yung audacity ng tito mo, grabe. Mga anak niya, responsibilidad niya dapat yun. Di nga kayo close tas maka-request parang may patago. Patago? Kung ano man yan. Real. Parang, maka-request naman to. I don't know. I feel like people are also just like, you're rich. That's literally like spare change to you. Just give it out. Excuse me. What? Diva? Okay. I feel like it's genuinely, that's the thing that like threw me so much off. The audacity of somebody going up to you just be like, di na ako humingi eh. Wow, pasalamat pa ako na di ka humingi. Tito ng kahirapan, ha. Kaya nga dumaan din naman kami sa kahirapan, pero di ganyan, grabe. Ayan. Another comment. OP, may petty revenge akong naisip, haha. Di ka gago, pero patulan mo kasi ang kapal ng mukha. Bili ka ng shoes and Apple Watch, pero iregalo mo sa parents, siblings mo. Or if may mga pamangkin ka na from your siblings, haha. I'm cute. I mean, gets. Paano lang talaga? Parang kupal ka gano'n. I mean, naman, well, I don't know. It's just so, what? Like, I also feeling ko din like, this is such a story. Like, what is your relationship with this tito? Like, the story made it sound like na parang, it's just some random tito I see every holiday. Or like, tito ko na lives like 2-3 streets away from me. Parang hindi kami close. Parang ganun. Like, they're clearly not, I mean, based off how OP is talking about Tito, they don't seem that close for him to be saying shit like this. And, what? But it's just weird. It's just weird na parang, sino ka po? At bakit ko bibilhan ng Apple Watch? Yang anak mo? Okay na, alam mo yun, parang like, it's not, I think, truly what warps the situation is that the tito wasn't like, uy, abroad ka naman pag dalan mo naman ng gift yung mga pamangkin mo or something like that. Even that's already, I feel like pushing it. But at the same time, like, at least it's like, you ask. Alam mo yun, parang like, if you wanna, like, alam mo yun, that TikTok that's like, I wish I could get a bag of chips. parang alam mo yun, tito parinig ka na lang. Like, pwede naman, pag-abroad ka naman, baka naman pwede mong dala ng pasalubong yung mga mga pinsan mo, inaanak ba? Hindi ko ng pamangkin mo. Kung gusto mo lang naman, alam mo yun, at least yun, it's just like, it's a little like, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, you ask nicely, or it's, alam mo yun, nagparinig ka lang, like, alam mo, there's no set idea of like, bibilhan mo yung ng sapatos at ng Apple Watch to mga pamangkin mo, Wow! What's wrong with you? Di ka gago, bigyan mo ng picture ng mga Air Jordans at mga Apple Watches. If-laminate mo na rin, baka punitin. Tanga! Di ka gago. Even if mayaman ka, he has no right to impose that you should buy them something because you're related. Even if close kayo, he has no right. The audacity. Kaya nga, kapal na mukha, free shipping na nga siya from US. No, to. Di ka gago. Tito mo yung gago, exactly. Kung ako yan, bilhan ko ng sapatos at Trello per bootlegs lang. Ay, taray, bootlegs lang. Tapos sa kanya ko bibigay. Sabihin ko siya magbigay sa mga pinsan ko. Ngayon tong tito na ito is putting me on blast ang kan group chat namin. Ay, oo nga pala. Hahahatain na kung ako yan, babarahin ko siya dun sa group chat. Ang regalo ko po kusang binibigay at hindi ang regalo po kusang binibigay at hindi hinihingi. Nagpabili ka na nga lang, wala na ngang patong, ayaw mo pang bayaran. Ay, taray. I mean, like, people here sometimes on the Reddit, they're just like, you know what? You know what I would say in that situation. And you know what? You know, valid. You're living vicariously to this. And you know what? And you know, you ate that. Wala nang patong, ayaw mo bayaran. Mahiya ka naman. Patanggal kita dito sa angkan eh. Ay! Andaray. 90 upvotes. Okay. Hahaha, di ka gago, OP. Tang ina ng tito mo, di man lang humingi ng discount, man lang kahit 10%. Free agad. Totoo. Di ka gago, pero please patulan mo, be petty rin sometimes. Ayan, OP, sinambong ko kay Lola. Totoo, update please kung nakik na siya sa GC. Di ka gago, tanungin mo siya, ano pong feeling nang nagde-demand ka sa iba nang hindi mo mabigay sa mga anak mo? I feel like that's it. It's like, you can, like your children was asking this. And like, you could have just told them, hello, pabili ka na lang. It's truly so like, mayaman naman na yung, tita mo, siya na bumili. Pera mo? Crazy. The thing, there. Yan. Ito, OP reply. The thing is, afford niya kasi may kaya naman sila. I would even say upper middle class sila. So nawindang talaga ako nung sinabi niya na regalo ko na dun sa mga pinsan ko. Nga pala, pinsan 1 is 26! And pinsan 2 is 31! Both may trabaho. Tanga ka po, tito! What the fuck? Saan kumukuha ng kakapalan ng mukha ng tito mo? Anak niya pala parehong working adult. Mas matanda pa sa'yo yung isa. Ay, totoo nga! Gago! Oo nga. Opis 28. Taka ba siya? May mga trabaho na pala. Ba't kailangan sa'yo ipabili? The hell was thinking mga kids or teenagers. Oo nga, mga kids or teenagers yung mga pinsan mo. Adults na pala nakakaloka. Tanga! What the fuck? Di ka gago. I would have done the same thing. Good job sa'yo, OP. Di ka gago. Pulubi ang tito. Ay, OA naman. Okay. Naghanap pa ng kakampi sa group chat. Kalalaking tao ang iyakin. I need to like. Okay. Okay, last na. Di ka gago, it really baffles me that there are people like your tito. Pera mo, choice mo, that's simple. He can't get that in his head, his problem. Hayaan mo lang siya maghuramentado sa GC nyo. Ano yun? Ang dami ko na mag-vocabulary na nalalearn today. Maghuramentado sa GC nyo shows how petty he is. Tama. Verdict, di ka gago, OP. Parang tanga tong tito mo. Verdict, parang tanga. Okay. Next story. Story number 2. Ako ba yung gago dahil pinalayas ko ang fiancé ko? Ay. I currently work... medyo mahaba pala to. I currently work from home earning 100k per month. Baray, OP. Share naman ng blessings. My fiancé is a GP/doctor earning around 150k to 200k. Ang tara namang shared income ng household nito. Nakatira kami ngayon sa bahay ko. Since she's saving for her residency, I never asked her to contribute sa rent, utilities, or groceries. I want for her to feel comfortable and focus sa work niya. Ako na rin gumagawa ng mga karamihan ng household chores between the two of us kasi alam ko how demanding her job is. I know maliit na bagay na if kaya I cook for her, prepare for her bed, and not ask for anything in return, especially financially. Recently, nalaman ko na araw-araw siyang nanlilibre ng workmates. She knows and admits na people pleaser talaga siya, so it doesn't really bother me. Pero naisip ko lang, kung kaya niyang maging sobrang generous sa ibang tao, bakit parang sa akin lang laging may conditions? Ay, sorry. Oh my God. My expectations. One time, I told her to turn off the lights kasi almost 5K na ang electric bill. Padabog siyang nagbigay ng 1K for electricity. Her only monetary contribution to utilities ever. And my total monthly na binabayaran is around 40 to 50K for bills. Damn! Sorry. Nagreklamo na rin siya na mahal daw mag-grab mula sa bahay ko papunta sa work niya. Kahit by doing the math, mas nakakamura pa rin siya compared sa mag-rent pa siya ng sarili niyang lugar kasi she still needs to commute to work. Nasa bahay lang siya pag rest days niya. Per isang beses na she had a good night's sleep and wala namang trabaho that day, I asked her to wash the dishes. Nagalit pa siya at nagkaroon kami ng grabing away. Sinama pa niya yung nanay niya sa away, which I've told her before, dapat di na involve yung mga family members pag may quarrels kami. This is the nth time she's done this. Kanina, nag-away kami ulit kasi kinukwento niya how regularly she treats her coworkers. Sinabi ko na I feel like she's so generous to other people, pero bakit pagdating sa akin, parang may condition na she keeps track kung ano and magkano binibigay niya sa akin. Nasabi ko sa galit na kung ganito lang palagi, na lumayas na lang siya. Ay! Alam kong mali na sinabihan ko siya ng ganito, pero gusto ko lang maramdaman na ma-appreciate niya ako and the things I do for her. Gago ba ako kasi hindi ko yata naiintindihan ang stress at pagod ng trabaho niya bilang doktor? I know mali ang sinabi kong lumayas na lang siya, pero at the same time, hindi ko mapigilang ma-hurt kasi parang hindi niya makita ang efforts ko as her partner. I feel like hindi kami partner the way she treats me versus how she treats others. Did knowing na regular yung ganong treatment niya sa iba tapos sa akin may condition pop the bubble? Napuno na ba ako? Gago ba ako for feeling this way? Sobra ba akong sensitive? Early verdict, OPD ka gago. This is clearly... I feel like this is one of those things na I don't think it's parang, again, it clearly is a pattern kasi parang she's almost oblivious of the idea na she's not, there is difference in treatment between people na parang she barely, hindi naman sa barely knows, pero like, you're their partner, you're like one of the most, if not the most important person in their life versus her co-workers. And parang, you're being taken for granted in a way. And you just want to level the playing field. I don't think you're the asshole in the situation, di ka gago. Because it's like, you just want to be able to be like, you just want to know, which is like, although, again, a little extreme na nga yung lumayas na lang siya. But at the same time, like, you're in that situation, you are clearly like distraught na parang, oh my God. I mean, like, your emotions are heightened. Of course, you're gonna be saying shit like that. There are ways to have handled it better, but I guess for that situation, it's not, alam mo yun, like, you're gonna slip out. You could have handled the situation better, but the situation called for it clearly. Kasi, I don't think she has realized the gravity of how you're feeling in this situation. And I feel like dead giveaway, you told her to na lumayas na lang siya. I mean, that wouldn't come from nowhere. It clearly came from a place of like, oh, I'm clearly like, this is a lot. Jesus Christ. Parang ganon. Early verdict, OP, you're not the asshole. Kasi parang, basta ang dami like, feeling ko din how OP kind of like, listed down the stuff that she was doing. It was a lot of like, alam mo, the cracks are happening slowly, and then this final thing of just like argument has finally broke OP. I'm like, open the dam. And was just like, okay, this has been going on for too long and is now like officially okay. Let's read the replies. Di ka gago. Anong contribution niya sa bahay mo? Wala. Don't forget people in Reddit. Oh, alright. Tama naman. Free na nga yung rent niya. Ginawa ka pang katulong. Ay, taray. I mean, well, yes. Gets rin na baka pagod siya. Pero kahit man lang ilibre ka, hindi magawa. That's true. I feel like that's the thing that parang just like, you are ranting about like, oh my God, alam mo yun, it's so expensive. I'm constantly treating my it's the thing of, I'm such a people pleaser. I'm trying to please everyone except for your partner. But I'm feeling ko na parang, I don't have to please my partner anymore. Because like, hindi ko na siyang need libre. Like, is not in a situation to impress their partner. But it's not about impressing your partner. It's more about like, oh my God, you're treating your partner bad. And I guess my only like thing siguro kay OP is clearly like keeping this in. Like, you can tell na parang like, wala na nga siyang binabayaran dito sa bahay na to kineso. And sabi niya nga earlier na parang like pinag-awayan pa nila yung paghugas ng dishes. Nadamay pa yung nanay ng jowa niya. So parang feeling ko it's a lot of this like they clearly do not communicate about these things. And I feel like OP has this thing na parang if he communicates these things, there is clearly it won't go well. And like even their quarrels may nadadamay na relatives, which is like okay. Bakit naman dinamay yung nanay mo? Nag-aaway lang tayo okay. Gets rin na baka pagod siya, pero kahit man lang ilibre ka, hindi magawa. Yun eh. Parang ang hirap magbitaw ng pera kapag ikaw ang usapan. Oof! If I were you, reconsider your relationship. Do you think kaya mo pang mag-spend ng ilang years kasama siya? Period. Free na nga yung rent, ginawa ka pang katulong. Sakit neto. People pleaser, pero ikaw di niya ma-please. Di ka gago. Like I said. Crazy. Same thoughts. Di ka gago, OP. Your partner should have at least a decency to share the bills without you asking for it. Totoo. I feel like it's that. Na parang like, there are things na she's clearly taking for granted that she's not aware of. You're not keeping in mind that you are in this relationship as one half of it. That's how we are as responsible adults. Kesyo man libre siya ng ibang tao, siguraduhan niyang bayad yung obligations niya. And yes, it seems that your love now turned into resentment kasi di mo na makita yung pagmamahal dahil sa pagiging pagbigat niya. Oh, damn. Di ka gago, yeah, agreed to the commenter above. It's time to consider the relationship kung ganyan ang pinapakita niya. Sorry, I ate something before this. Dapat nung una pa lang na pag-usapan na yung mga task. Pagod man o hindi, edi adjust na lang. Sorry. Pati sa expenses, hindi man lang niya nilighten yung burden mo. Mas malaki man kita niya, pwede naman equal yung ambag. Totoo. Di ka gago, freeloader na nga lang siya, ginawa ka pang katulong. Ay, check. Na-overlook na niya masyado yung mga effort na ginagawa mo sa kanya. Asa mo na nasa healthcare rin, kahit kaano pa ka-busy sa buhay, hindi dapat excuse na hindi na kumilos sa bahay at maging ganyan ang mga ugali. Sana sa time na magkalayo kayo, makapag-reflect siya sa sarili niya at ambag niya sa relationship niya. Totoo. I feel like there's this idea that if you are working more intensive jobs, you are not responsible on keeping the relationships in your life anymore. Alam mo yun, parang like, it's the same thing. Like, understandably, there are more, mas intensive, mas heavy na mga work, especially people in the healthcare. Like, they don't have that. I always hear from friends all the time, especially people, like the doctors, the nurses, but they don't have time for anything. They don't have time to date. They don't have, because like their job is their life, practically. But that also at the same time doesn't excuse you in not nurturing the relationships in your life. Nurturing the relationships in your life doesn't necessarily equal like time. Alam mo yun? It's part of it, sure. Whatever you do. But at the same time, parang that doesn't like, that's not a like a equal thing. But for example, OP, na parang, just because you're working this intensive job doesn't mean you are not neglecting your partner in other ways. Even just like paying the bills. Di ka gago, are you sure you are both on the same page in your relationship? This might be the best time to step back and think about your supposed relationship, lalo na pag di pa kayo kasal. Hindi mag-work ang relationship kung poor give ka and receive siya. Two-way yan, and dapat both kayong may contribution to make the partnership work. Di ka gago, my guess is kaya siya nanlilibre is pasikat siya sa peers. Ay, grabe naman siya. I love when the replies are like, kaya siya ganyan kasi pasikat siya. But okay, right. We don't know this woman. Kaya siya nanlilibre kasi wala siyang financial responsibility. Karga niya lahat ni OP. So eto, lahat ng income niya. Ano daw? Basta ganun. Okay. Whoa. I just saw a really, really long reply. Oh, there. Di ka gago, doctor din ako, so I have an idea about the hours, the emotional, the physical, and mental stress, yung pagod and sacrifices sa healthcare field. But relationships take work and should be give and take too, and partners have to also learn how to compromise. Dun pa lang sa expenses, gets ko how important saving up is for training/residency, lalo na kapag sa private siya. But unless you insist and are perfectly fine with that setup na walang sumbatan sa finances kahit mag-away, mas okay na mag-contribute pa rin siya and maging wais magtipid sa gastos. Especially because you need to save up too for your future even if you can afford it now. And dahil minsan, people get to appreciate the value of hard-earned money and cutting costs once they contribute sa expenses. Totoo, I feel like then, again, OP has just like, something about their, started like, gaining, tawag doon? Something, basta yung resentment nila just started growing. Started growing resentment against their partner. Kasi parang, here they think na parang like, ayokong makaabala sa pag-save mo. I am being supportive of this, like, of your life goals and your life decisions. And here I am, getting the short end of the stick. I mean, they're not asking for anything back, but it seems like they're getting nothing back. Parang like yun, parang like seeing the difference between treatment dun sa co-workers niya and himself was probably like eye-opening na parang, ay, shit, ako nang, tapos hindi ka man lang makapaghugas ng plato dito, parang ganun. Crazy. Dapat wise financial practices sinisimulan bago pa ikasal, lalo na if alam naman niyang siya something to work on. Awareness of flaws isn't enough. Dapat we try to do our best to change our ways then for the better. Also, if you're planning to go long-term or get married sa future, mas okay na ngayon pa lang mapag-usapan at ma-establish nyo mga ganyang concerns. Correct. Communication is key, but you both actually have to make an effort to meet halfway. Pag-usapan nyo yung deal breakers nyo, non-negotiables, value systems, preferences nyo, including home setup/living arrangement and schedule. Whoa! Schedule at living arrangement/travel during residency, paano pa? At sanayin, mag-give and take and compromise. Tama! This is a really good reply. If you already communicated and tried to adjust, compromise, and meet halfway, tapos wala siya masyadong effort to do the same kahit sa maliit o simpleng bagay, then re-evaluate your relationship and your feelings. Kasi hayaan mag-build ang resentment, disappointment, and hurt. Imagine or envision if you can see yourself in that situation for the rest of your possibly married life. Pero kailangan i-verbalize mo rin sa kanya how you feel, how she makes you feel, and all your concerns so that you both can do something about it. Tama yung isang commenter, partnership ang relationship. Hindi pwedeng isa lang, tulungan dapat. Period. Thank you. Yun lang naman. That was right. Okay. Tama naman, moral of the story, a relationship is a partnership and a partnership is a relationship. Hindi pwedeng ikaw lang. Next story. Ako ba yung gago? Next story. Reddit. Story number 3. Ako ba yung gago if I left my Chinese date. Ay! Cheka, okay. Ay, yung, natuwa naman ako. Wow. Kahit nabasa ko na yung title din. Okay, ulit. Ako ba yung gago if I left my Chinese date? I, 24F and single, met this Chinese national, 30M, in an online game not meant for dating. Whoa, ano kayang online game to? We had this dynamic synergy, that's why we became a duo in that game. Masaya naman, and we would play almost every night. Doon pa lang, nalaman ko na may anger issue siya whenever we would lose. Alaka. He asked me for my social so he can contact me outside the game. Also to schedule our game time. It's a good thing I had a WeChat account. Di ko binigay iba kong public accounts. Okay. That's when I learned na nandito pala siya sa Philippines. Everyone lived near each other. Oh my gosh. We decided to meet up in MOA. I brought my friend to look out for me. Syempre, I care about my safety. That's... Girl. Yes! Thank you. Okay, when I saw him, he was really handsome and he stood out among the crowd kasi ang tangkad niya and good looking. Totoo rin yung sinasabi nila na when you date a Chinese man, they are very sweet and generous to their partners. Ay, I didn't know that. Nasanay ako na gumagastos or nakikipaghati sa mga gala/date pero he never let me spend any penny sa kanya kahit na I insisted. Green flag talaga ang atake. We got interested in each other. It was our 4th date na last night pero bigla akong napaurong. We were having a nice dinner together when he asked the waitress to refill his water. I could easily do that for him. And he asked, pero sabi niya, it's their job. Nagkamali yung waitress and natapon sa table. Hindi naman kami nabasa and yung food and yung damit ni waitress lang. That's when he snapped. Bigla na lang siyang sumigaw sa restaurant in his language. He was making a scene. People were looking at us. So I was so embarrassed, especially when he went outside na. Mukhang iiyak na yung girl, so I apologized and I helped her clean up. I settled the bill and apologized na rin sa cashier. He was waiting for me in the car. I told him I fixed the mess he made, then asked him if he could at least apologize. Nagalit siya. Bakit di ko daw siya kinampihan? Ako daw yung partner niya. Pinahiya ko daw siya and he doesn't care about dun sa waitress tapos sinawag niya pang stupid. Excuse me! Okay. Kinuha ko yung translator ko and naka-loudspeak. Shame on you. Ay, go! Go, girl! Then, nag-book ako agad ng Grab. Buti may kumuha agad. When I got to the car, naka-block na ako sa WeChat at end sa game namin dalawa. Natawa na lang ako bigla kasi syempre, why would I side with him? He did me a favor for blocking me first. Ako ba yung gago dito if I sided with my waitress and left my date? Yeah, I mean, she just wanted to tell the story. Di mukha ka bang gago sa situation? No. Girl, no. Prime, you know what? Props to OP for standing her ground. Nag-sorry pa siya sa panagbayad ng bill and all that. Because it's like, feeling ko din I don't know if this is like a cultural, I don't think it's like a Chinese, I feel like it's just an asshole kind of thing. I mean, just like, all gagos come in different shapes and sizes, and this one just so happened to be a Chinese national. Crazy. Because again, I feel like there are just doesn't matter whether he was like Chinese or not. I think I just feel like when you have like bad attitude, you have bad attitude. Kung gago ka talaga. And again, good on ate girl getting her translator on her phone, loudspeaker, like shame on you. Fuck you. Okay. I feel like it's such a fun little tidbit that she entered on there. May tama naman. I'm also glad na parang like, because this could have went so south, and parang ate girl could have just like frozen on the moment because this is such an overwhelming like situation to be in. If he storms out, she also wouldn't have known what to do with herself. She could have stormed out with him. She could have left with him at least to like confront him. But she righted the situation first. She went up and apologized to everybody, settled the bill, whatever, and then got to him. Just like, you know what? Good on you, OP. Di ka gago. I'm glad you stood up for the waitress. You'll really know people's true personalities on how they treat service workers, especially from the service industry. It takes a little effort to be kind, and his reaction screams entitlement. Exactly. Yep, I felt second-hand embarrassment for OP and the waitress. Di naman siguro lahat ng Chinese national ganun ang ugali. Baka natapat ka lang sa kupal, OP. That's what I've been saying. Sa dami ng green flag niya, I understand kung bakit naghihinayang ka. But this type of red flag is not something you can forgo. Kung di niya kayang magpakumbaba at tanggapin yung mali niya, best to let go. Kaya tama lang ginawa mo, OP, di ka gago. Totoo. Feeling ko that this is one of those like, you spotted this stuff early on. This could have been worse. Na parang like, you could have been so blinded by all these green flags. And then this happened much later in your like relationship, and it could have been like, oh my god, I never noticed this whole time because I've been treated so well. And again, the cracks in your relationship, they don't like start on day one, or they start on day one. Like the little things that you might notice that you might disregard, but that's like a one-off thing. Could be the thing that by the latter part of your relationship be the problem. Like alam mo yun, parang they could get comfortable with you in the latter part of your relationship and start treating you this way too. Kasi I mean, like, you don't need to be impressed anymore. They're gonna start like acting. You're gonna be seeing their true colors. You know what? Good on you, OP. Like for shaming on him and leaving. Pakwan yung date ni OP, lol. Good riddance. Ato mo. Pakwan, green yung labas and red yung loob. Okay, OP. Okay, commenter. OP, thank you sa mga comments na di ka gago. I posted kasi medyo nalungkot ako since I started falling for him. Okay, that's why she's like asked on here. But at least to get the rain check on with people, I think na parang like if she did the right thing of like leaving the guy. Kasi feeling ko nang hinayang nga siya. Okay, gets naman. Pero major red flag agad pinakita niya. After reading your comments, I'm so glad I left. Period. Replies are, you'll get over it. I imagine experiencing that again on a different day had you stayed with him, constantly getting embarrassed as he lashes out in public. What if it was you he screamed at because you had a fight? What if he was capable of more than just yelling and starting a scene? Like hitting you behind closed doors, closed doors. You dodged a bullet. Naman. The way she treated the waitress will be the same when he'll treat you kapag ikaw nagkamali. Period. You dodged a bullet there, miss. Kasi kung ganon yung trato niya sa waitress, paano na kung tapos na yung courtship nyo at nakuha ka na niya ng buo, baka mas masahol pa gawin sa'yo. Period. Di ka gago, the trash took itself out. Period. Di ka gago, and kung Dota 2 yung game na yan, understandable yet unacceptable behavior siya, lol. Huwag kang mag-date ng taong walang emotional intelligence. I am like curious kung ano yung game na nilalaro nila. Parang wala siya dito. Okay. Alright. Okay. Di ka gago, slay girl. Di ka gago, slay girl. Di ka gago, try to use... I'm seeing... Okay, some of you are getting comfortable on here. There's some racist stuff on here. Weirdos. Guys, do not do that. Okay, anyways. Next and final story of this episode. Story number 4. Ako ba yung gago? Hindi ko babayaran anti-rabies ng neighbor ko. Antay! Tawa naman ako doon. Okay. We live in an apartment building with parking downstairs. Meron akong pinapakain na stray dog doon. But I always make sure na after niya kumain, nililinis ko agad yung pinagkainan niya. And the 3 years we've lived here, all the tenant knows that I'm the one feeding that dog. Yung dog naman, hindi rin siya tumatambay sa labas ng gate maghapon. May routine siya. Around midnight lang siya pumunta at mag-aabang na lumabas ako, kaya tuwing midnight din ako lumalabas. Here's what happened. Kagabi, nagpunta ulit yung dog at pinakain ko. Pero nagmamadali ako kasi may meeting na ako in a bit. Kaya umakyat na muna ako agad at naisip ko na babalikan ko na lang yung pinagkainan niya after. This time, pinakain ko siya sa gilid ng gate para if ever may tenant na maglalabas ng sasakyan, hindi siya nakaharang at hindi siya maaatrasan. Nagulat ako bigla nang may kumalabog na katok sa pinto namin. When I opened it, this couple was yelling at me. Kinagat daw ng pinapakain kong aso yung husband niya. I told them I'd cover his anti-rabies shot and everything. Sabi nila, may pupuntahan pa raw sila kaya sa hapon na lang daw pag-usapan. Okay. Nung araw na yun, habang nag-aantay ako, naisipan namin ng girlfriend ko to request a copy of the CCTV footage to see what really happened. Nagtaka kasi kami, bakit siya kinagat nung dog? Sobrang bait at maamo nun. Pagkakakuha ko ng footage, nanggigil at nabwisit talaga ako. Turns out, nung nagbukas pala ng gate yung lalaki, tinadyakan niya yung aso na nanahimik lang sa gilid. Bitch! I don't even know anong dahilan niya para gawin yun. Di syempre magagalit yung dog, kaya kinagat siya. Kaninang hapon, nagtalo kami. I told them I won't be paying for his treatment anymore since it was clearly his fault. Nagsigawan talaga sila at sinabi na isusumbong daw ako sa landlord at ipapabarangay. Mind you, 1 month pa lang sila dito pero ganyan na kagaspang ugali nila. Ako ba yung gago na hindi ko babayaran yung anti-rabies nila? Bayaran ko na lang ba para matapos na? Early verdict, di ka gago, OP. What the fuck? Again, I feel like the number one, like, one of the top things that I consider na parang like, you are a fucking aso, you are a fucking gago if you treat animals bad. Kasi parang like, you could, alam mo yun, gets ba na parang, what the fuck is that animal doing to you? Especially in this situation, because like, the dog was doing nothing. The dog was eating. Ba't mo tatadyakan yung aso? Wow, what the fuck? Again, you're not the asshole. Because it's just like, ako na nga tong sinugod ninyo. Nagalit nga ka. Hindi ko pa nga aso to. Sinugod nyo ako. Kinagat ako ng asong pinapakain mo. Sorry. I'm so sorry kasi, I would say, my fault for situating the dog where it would bite you. And syempre, I didn't know what the situation was. Again, what if my dog was only nice to me because I'm like feeding it? Kinagat ka. Okay, sure. Sorry, sir. Really sorry. And then I find out, nakasalanan mo naman pa. Wala. Again. Not even in a because you're a bad person, but a lot of that, definitely. But the fact that this is your doing. It is your fault completely that this dog bit you. And you're coming to me to pay for your dumbass. Crazy. Early verdict. Di ka gago. The fuck? Comments. Di ka gago. Pwede mo nga i-report sila sa PAWS because you have evidence of animal abuse, period. Di ka gago. Wag mo sagutin anti-rabies, unahan mo sa barangay. Pwede mo din i-report yan for animal abuse, lalo na may CCTV footage, tapos record mo sa phone yung CCTV footage, baka i-delete pa, period. Always create a backup file. Di ka gago, get a copy of the recording and report the guy for animal cruelty. Di ka gago, this. I think your neighbor are the kind of people who would do anything to abuse or take advantage of neighbors. Best to avoid them to... Totoo. This is like, again, stuff like this, this is like a part of a bigger problem with certain people. And parang like, this doesn't stop at dogs. Seems like. Di ka gago ang neighbor mo. Period. Di ka gago. Nakagat yung asawa ng stray na aso, offered to have their anti-rabies and be covered, ay wag na muna ngayon. Bukas na lang kasi may lakad pa daw sila. Hindi na ako nagulat nung nabasa kong sila pala ang nag-initiate ng violence dun sa aso. Darwin Award winner naman pala talaga. What's that? Darwin Award winner. Ano yarn? Imbes na humanap agad ng animal bite center para masiguro na walang complication, pinagpabukas pa talaga kasi may lakad. Ay, totoo. Okay. Keep copies of the CCTV footage. Sira naman ang relationship mo sa kapitbahay na yan. So, walang mawawala kung kasuhan mo sila. Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, well, yes. Pwede naman. I wouldn't want anyone violent like that living in my area. Okay. In that sense. Oo, parang pwedeng kasuhan para like, umalis kayo dito. Parang ganon. Natawa nga ako like you need to get vaccinated within 24 hours dapat. Okay lang yan. At least nabawasan ng isang tao dyan. Crazy. Gusto ko sana sana marabis siya nang mamatay na siya. Pero naalala ko kawawa yung dog. Keep the CCTV footage. Di ka gago, don't shoulder the anti-rabies expense. Napaka-sadista sa hayop. Mas hayop pa ang asta. Di ka gago, mas mahal yung fine for animal cruelty. Report mo siya, hope you save the video. Damn. Totoo, di ka gago, ang proximate cause ng injury niya ay actions niya lang din. Wala kang liability sa katangahan niya. As I said, period. Di ka gago, nakakainis mga ganyan tao, walang awa, nabwisit ako sa kanya. Yeah, okay girl. Okay, go off. Oh. Di ko alam kung si OP to. I just saw a downvoted comment which is like, di ka gago and you shouldn't pray for his treatment. On a different note, I don't think you should be feeding the dog near your apartment kasi you have to consider that not everyone feels comfortable getting near a stray dog. Especially parents with kids if there are. Unless of course, everyone in the apartment gives you the green light. It'll be much better if you can shelter him or find him one because they're very vulnerable sa rabies. Oh, I don't think that's the... In the 3 years we've lived here, all the tenants know that I'm the one... Okay, this is OP, I think. I'm the one feeding that dog. Yung dog naman, hindi rin siya... no, this is not OP. This is just somebody grabbing yung nasulat ni OP dun. Alas din nagay sa baba. In the 3 years we've lived here, just replied to that comment. In the 3 years we've lived here, all the tenants know that I'm the one feeding the dog. So, the tenants know. Yung dog naman, hindi rin siya tumatambay sa labas ng gate maghapon, may routine siya. Okay, that's true. Like, the reply was saying na parang, unless, of course, everyone in the apartment gives you the green light. And parang the person who replied and like grabbed the text from the original post, which is like, the tenants everybody in the apartment clearly knows. And parang these two, the mag-asawa, are the exception. Kasi bago lang sila. Like she said, they've been here for like a month pa lang. And then somebody replied, yep, we don't give much credit to the intelligence of dogs, but they thrive when they have a routine. Hanggat maaari until that, they will do the routine na nakasanayan. You know? That's true. Again, wala namang ginagawang masama si Doggy. And then at the same time, alam naman pala ng mga kapitbahay niya na siya yung nagpapakain sa dog na yon. And at the same time, hindi naman nanggugulo yung aso. As in, literal na pumupunta lang siya doon para kumain. Tapos nagpapa-thank you. Tapos aalis na agad. I'm like, okay, thank you ulit. Go about my shit again. My gosh. Again. Crazy. And that has been our last story of the day. That was fun. I think like enjoying the fact out of reading these things because I was like worried na parang like, oh, these are gonna be so short. Clearly not. I read like 4 stories and we're like, ang dami ko ding binabasa dito. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Never Ending Ebas. We might do this again. We'll definitely do this again. This was so fun. And I feel like I also get a break on I get to ruminate. Because if I guess you guys are starting to notice, I feel like, na my normal format stuff are getting longer and longer. Or rather, I'm getting more detailed. Or like each Ebas is like a significant amount of like Ebas. Because I remember like the first few times I've done this, definitely, na parang ang dami ko lang kung ano, like, naubusan na ako ng sasabihin. Hindi na siya never ending, clearly. Kasi parang, or, a feeling ko din, that, which has been happening sometimes, or at least like, on the early ones, na parang, I would post it, and then think a thing about it later, and I'm just like, Oh, edi sayang yung thought na yun. Nadamay ko pa sana dun just sa kabila. Pero okay lang. I mean... Anyways, thank you everybody for watching today's episode. I hope you had fun. We're definitely doing this again, as I said earlier. And yeah! Hope you have a great weekend! Yay! This has been... My name is Lilac, and this has been Never Ending Ebbas, where the Ebbas never ends. Bye!